Welcome back to Epic Yarn Gems. This week we are going to work on the back loop only stitches. This can be used with a back loop double, single, half double, or whatever other stitch that your pattern calls for. This is abbreviated in patterns as BLO. So we're going to start here with chain 2. We're going to be working the second row of a double crochet. You can see that we have our V's here at the top, the front loop and the back loop. So to get started, we are actually going to do just a normal double crochet in the first stitch. So yarn over, under the V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Just a normal double crochet. So now what we're going to do is go into the back loop only. So the back loop is just as it says, in the back farthest away from you. So we're going to do a double crochet through that, but we're only going to go through that back strand of our V. So we're going to finish up our double crochet here, and then we're going to go on to the next. So again, yarn over, go through that back loop only, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The back loop is used in many different patterns, and you'll see it like BLO, DC, which would be back loop only double crochet. And this stitch is really useful when you are doing brims of hats and things that have a texture to them. So in this video, I'm going to go through a couple rows with you so you can actually see what the structure is going to look like. When I had you start this row, I actually had you start with just a normal double crochet. The reason that I did that is when you are making a band of a hat, sometimes it is easier to do double crochets just normal through both of the loops so that it makes a nice straight edge for your hat. You can do it just through the back loop to start off with, but as I've been going through this, I've learned that that actually does look a little better. So here we are at the end of our row, and there is our last V. So we're going to yarn over, go through both of the loops or both of the sides of the V, and we're just going to do a normal double crochet there. And like I said, this will make a nice, more uniformed edge. And you can see we got a little bit of the texture going here. You can see that there's one row that looks like set back from the other. So now we're going to do a chain 2, turn our work, do the same thing. The end 2 stitches will be just normal double crochets. So as we get going here, you're just going to do that double crochet and now go into your back loop again. So you have your V and there's your back loop. You're going to just go through that and do the normal double crochet like you normally would. So I'm going to go through the rest of this row, and at the end you'll take a peek and see that it does look a little more textured, kind of a ripple back and forth. Alright, so we're going to finish up this row with a normal double crochet going under both of those strands in the V, and we'll finish up a double crochet and do our chain 2, and we're going to go back the other way. I sped things up there a little bit for you so that we could get to the point where we can see that this texture is a little different and it's starting to take some form. So you can see you have a couple rows, and now you can see that it's actually giving you a little bit of a ripple effect. So we're going to go back the other way now with the half double or the double crochet in the first and then the back loop only. Oops, sorry about that. I need to do a double crochet. So we're going to go through that. One of the things that I wanted to let you know on this is that you can do this with any of the stitches. So it could be a back loop single crochet or a back loop half double crochet. And also that for this demonstration, I actually used a little bigger of a hook. And I also did a little less tension in my stitch so that it would be a little more exaggerated so that you could see what the pattern would look like. But if you go to my Pinterest page, which is Epic Yarn Gems, same name as the YouTube channel, You can see some of the work in some of the hats that I've done, and you can see that the brims have this stitch in them. So it's one of those basic stitches that I think is very important to get to know if you're going to do different kinds of patterns. So it's just another fun one to have in the stitches that you know. So having a little trouble here getting these to finish up, but there you go. So once you're all done, you will know how to do the back loop only. So if you see that in a pattern, you're ready to go. So I'm going to do one more row just to give you the feel of what it's going to look like when you have several of these rows for your hats. If you've watched my other YouTube videos, I've gone through a lot of the basic stitches. This is another one that I consider a basic stitch, and I want to show you one more for next week, which would be the front post double crochet and the back post double crochet. And I think once you have mastered these stitches that I will have put out so far, you'll be able to actually do some pretty cool patterns. I think right now you can do some probably scarves and blankets and such, but I really enjoy making hats and beanies. It's kind of my new passion, and once I finish up showing you those last couple stitches, I'm going to do a project making a simple hat. So it would be a nice thing to get started with if you're a beginning crocheter. So look forward to those next videos, and if you have any suggestions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments. I appreciate the time that you've spent with me as I'm showing you how to make some of these crochet stitches. So again, I wish you all the luck in your crochet endeavors. Make sure to subscribe if you like what I've done, and also hit the like button, turn notifications on, and leave any comments. Have a great week.